captured the audio for the...
But the point that we are at right now, we're looking one way, we're going, are we going to continue down that path? And I don't want you to question that. I want you to do something about it, because the other path is a path towards socialism and then communism. That's it. I mean, this is real. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not some, something that you're going to, a fake news. This is for real. We are facing an element in our country, a small element, well organized, well funded, and they've got power. They outsmarted us. They outmaneuvered us. They did. It didn't mean that we didn't win that election, because we did. We won that election. That's right. So the people, and just speaking of Oklahoma, 77 counties in this state, 77 counties. And all 77 counties, I think it's the first time in the history of the country that all 77 in one state voted for the President of the United States, in this case, Donald J. Trump. All these politicians that are marching across stages, like I'm marching across this stage right now, and that are starting to tout whether or not they're going to run for president in 2024, don't give them the time of day, and don't give them a dime. We have a president. That's exactly right. Until Donald J. Trump says what he needs to say about the future, about where we're going as a nation and as a party, let's say, as a Republican Party, although I could care less about the parties, I really could. I like to say, and as I've learned about the people of Oklahoma, I've learned about the flyover countries, right? The flyover countries. The flyover countries are people who are generally conservative, generally Christian, and they have good God-given common sense. Period.
That's true.
So everybody in here today that will spend time here, thank you for being here. I know on behalf of Clay Clark and the people that organize something like this, it's a big deal. This is a big deal. This is not about the church. This is about our faith. This is about our faith. This is about our faith in God. This is about our faith in each other. This is about our faith in our families. This is about our faith in our country. That's why I am standing here today. I'm here today because I have faith. And the reason why I'm standing here is because I have faith in each one of you. When we say we the people, that's not just some crazy phrase. It's we the people. It's us. We're the ones that run this country, not Washington, D.C. And in fact, and you know this, I mean, everything that I'm saying, people know. And you're going to go back and you're going to talk about it. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do about it. Washington, D.C. will not solve our problems. In fact, what we learn is the courts, the judiciary in this country will not solve our problems. People in this country have to take responsibility, and you have to get in involved. I don't know how many times I've got to say this. And God help us for these children, for this beautiful child, that there's one time that I will get beyond determined and get emotional is about the children and the way that our children are being treated. This is not right. This is not right. So take control. If you're griping about all this stuff, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? And you have to do something about it. It's like one gentleman that I spoke to about a month ago. He's got 2 young children. He's done very, very well as a businessman. And he's in his community. He's been seen as a community leader. He's philanthropic. He gives money to different organizations. And he was sitting one day, and he told me, he goes, I was sitting one day on my couch about a year ago by himself in his house, and he's watching what's going on. This is before the election. And he's watching what's going on. And he said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I have to get involved in my community. And so he stepped into in this case, a Republican chair role in a very, very large county in this country. And they have about 250,000 people. And guess what the Republican Party doesn't do? The Republican Party doesn't even care about going down to that county and going into that county. You watch. John Bennett, who just stood up here, was going to be the Republican Party chair for the great state of Oklahoma. You're going to see that man engaged, just like you saw him up on the stage. Thank God he's going to be engaged. And as a veteran, and as a Marine, as a retired Marine, there are 23 million veterans in this country. 23 million veterans. And I would say that the majority of those veterans are Christian, they're conservative, they love this country, they know what sacrifice is about, they know what discipline is about, and they know how to serve. They know how to serve. So for all the veterans out here, and encourage others around you, teach people how to serve, teach people what it means to serve others. This is that important of a time in the history of our country. This is an unprecedented time. This is a time we have never been in. We can make all these analogies about different eras about our nation, whether it's 1776 or the Civil War or World War I or World War II, or all of the difficulties, all of the challenges that our nation has been through. And I will tell you that they were all challenging, and they all caused us to reflect on who we are as a nation. Who we are as a nation are a group of people, a body of people who are willingly sacrificing our lives for others around the world. Not to like impose something, but to help them, to help their lives, and to make them better. That's what we are about. The beauty of a soldier in combat is to be able to be engaged with the enemy in a direct firefight on one hand in 1 second, and then in a brief moment, reach down because a child's in harm's way, grab the child, pull this child into his chest, and turn on fire that's coming at him and take a bullet for that child. That's the American spirit. That's what every one of us has. If I am preaching, I'm preaching about America. I'm preaching about our country, about who we are, about every single aspect of why we are here today. There are those, I mean, is anybody 6 feet apart? Right? I mean, the number that we know, I mean, all these doctors, I mean, this is a health and freedom festival. It is about an education. And it's not just for the thousands of people that are in here. This is really for the millions and millions that I know are going to get this message across not only the United States of America, but the world. And the message is, we are not done fighting. We are not done fighting. Right. So I'm gonna finish up here because this has been a long day. You've heard a lot of things, and so hopefully, there's a difference between hearing and listening, right? You hear noise, you listen to the word. So hopefully.